This, ladies and gentlemen, is the 2022 Citroen C5 Aircross. Now that's a complicated name for a rather good-looking vehicle. Now this came a few years back. It didn't make too much eyebrows raise, but this one, with all the bells and whistles, looks like a very promising proposition. Now first let me tell you the name. Now this is called C5 Aircross. This is more of a crossover on the SUV side, but with a very refined ride quality. This is not air suspension. It rides on hydraulic cushions, but it gives you the feeling that you're riding on air suspension. Now French are known for the design, style, the glamour. Look at the Paris Fashion Week if you don't believe me. Now let me step aside, and while you observe how beautiful this silhouette has been carved out. The new C5 Aircross is visually larger and imposing. It introduces a new design language in which curves have made way for more structural lines. It makes it look less bulbous than before. The taut lines and vertical stepped construction contribute to visual widening the front end of the car. Beneath the piano-like grille, a revamped bumper and redesigned air intake area visually widens the front end and gives it a more imposing and dominating stance on the road. It features a distinct crossover-like posture expressed through its full and generous modeling, its high-end horizontal bonnet, as well as 360-degree glazed line drawing a chrome side signature and reinforcing the floating effect of the roof. Look at it from the rear and you'll notice that the design is completely consistent with the front end of the vehicle. It all blends in cohesively and has a new 3-dimensional LED light signature at the rear. The passenger compartment has evolved and is redefined with visual aesthetics, making it a pleasant place to be seated in. Adhering to the move of making the exterior more upmarket, the interior has been given a more dynamic makeover with improvements to space and comfort. The moment you step inside, and the most prominent change which catches your eye is the overall dashboard layout. The central console sits high and large and has been modernized with a new elegant high-tech e-toggle gear selector and a new driving mode selection button, along with a new 10-inch touchscreen that appears to be floating on the dashboard and immerses the experience in a much more modern way.
Please remain seated.
This is a 2-liter diesel engine, produces 175 brake horsepower and 400 Nm of torque. Now, all these figures stack up very well because it really is a very agile, at the same time comfortable car to drive. That's a very rare combination. As you can see right now, the moment I put my feet a little hard on the accelerator, it really surges forward, it really lunges forward in a very linear fashion. But the moment I do a very sudden acceleration, then there is that rubber band effect which will come. So you have to really go very gradually, very steadily, but the pickup is there. Yes, you feel that power. When you need the power, it will come in its play. That's something which is quite interesting and quite good. The driving mode controls are situated in the central armrest, which means that you have to take your eyes off the road or hands off the steering, which is not appreciated. But when you do that, you get sand, mud, snow, eco, normal and sport mode. There's no sport plus, and there's a significant difference between sport and eco because the moment you change the suspension setup and everything changes, but that's something which you can experience it. Now there's no body rollover even at high speeds like right now I'm driving, and even at turns the car has a complete grip, so that way it's nice precise engineering. Only thing is that at high speeds there's a lot of cabin noise with seats inside, which is what is going to be the case with most of the car in segment. But I think the cabin noise at the envisaged levels in the C5 Aircross is slightly on the higher side. The seats are very well cushioned. In fact, it really snugs you inside. It's very soft cushioning. The only thing missing is, which is the biggest drawback in our country, is that it doesn't come with seat ventilation. Now Tucson and all the other cars in the segment have seat ventilation, and I think that's a very important feature which this Aircross is missing, because at that price point you would expect that luxury. Apart from that, it's top notch. Also in terms of cabin, they could have played with some more colors, because right now it's all subdued. It looks premium, yes, definitely looks premium, but they could have really given some tinge of grey, brown or nice leatherish feel to uplift the cabin mode. Now there is a segment of people who will actually be sitting in the back seat and get chauffeured around. So let me just show you the back seat. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to report that it's a great place to sit because the ride quality from the back seat also is very refined, very smooth. The front seats have been scooped out, so I get some more extra leg room. Now the only thing which I can't digest is that there is no central armrest. How will I have my croissant? How will I have my coffee? Where will I keep my French espresso? Right, when there's no coffee control. Now that's something which really leaves me a little dumbfounded, but the panoramic sunroof makes the cabin experience even brighter.
Everything is gonna be alright.
After driving it for more than 300 kilometers through some of the worst and broken tarmacs in Mumbai, but still getting driven very, very comfortably, the ride quality is very simple. That I will have to say. It comes with its shared set of creatures and features missing. Some of them include very important ones, for example, ventilator seats. Some of them are not so important. For example, C-type charging cable. The co-passenger seat is not electronic adjusted. The rear seats could have more of leg room for the price point that you are saying. All in all, it's a damn good looking vehicle, and for that, it does deserve its chance to go to the nearest Citroen C5 Aircross dealership and check out the car, because this is a unique proposition, and for that you have to give it to them. Would love to know your thoughts on them. Would you pick this over the Hyundai Tucson or any other competition? Drop on the comments. Until the next one, you take care, and don't forget to wear your seat belts even at the rear seats.